Hey guys, it's Pretty Page Jeff here with...
And Nintendo 98, we're back in another episode of Skyward Sword.
Last time, we were over here and we fought the imprisoned for the second time. And he did a number on us. Alright, in this episode, we're going to go see what we can do with the Gate of Time.
Well, we know what we're going to do to the Gate of Time. It's opening it. It's all good.
You have my thanks, Jeffrey. As do you, Bruce. I do not wish to dwell on what may have happened if you two hadn't been here. Duh! Aw, you give me too much credit, Granny. You are the one who got me to stop feeling sorry for myself and put my energy into doing what I could do to help.
Nice.
I did what was necessary to get you to realize your full potential. Jeffrey, you must wonder just what it is you've been fighting out there in the Great Pit. There is much I could tell you, but suffice to say it is the root of the evil we face. When you pass through the Gate of Time, you shall learn more. We may seal it and reseal it into its prison 1,000 times, but it will always shatter the bonds that confine it. Such is its awesome power. We must destroy it at the source, or suffer this fate again and again. There is no time to lose. Hit the gate with a Skyward strike. Come on already. Charge that sword of yours with that sacred force stuff Granny was talking about and zap the Gate of Time. Right on, Granny.
Right on.
Indeed, right on. Now go, Jeffrey. Go to the gate. Skyward laser!
Yay! I think it would be kind of cool with the stabbing. One actually played like the classic NES like sound effect, you know, that yeah.
It'd be kind of annoying. Yeah. When I first saw this, I thought it was so cool. I was like, "Whoa!
Holy crap!
Tetris blocks!"
This does look kind of cool a bit. Yeah, another reason why Zelda's awesome. Epic cutscenes! Doesn't matter what side it's in, just push it in.
It's a square. Ding. And the other ones just appear out of nowhere. Well, this one had to like configure itself.
Look, it's 3 symbols.
Alright. That's so cool.
I think that's actually the image on the Hyrule Historia.
It's like a clock. Do not fear it. This is what we have waited for. At long last, the gate has been reactivated. Standing before you is a path that transcends the flow of time. It is a portal to the past, to the very place where Zelda now waits. Go bravely, Jeffrey. If everything is as I suspect, the reunion with Zelda you fought so hard for lies beyond this gate. Let's get my girl.
Huh?
Nah, don't worry about me. I'm gonna hang back here, Jeffrey. That stupid monster doesn't know when to quit, and Granny here keeps yapping on and on about how we never know when it might bust free again. Someone's gotta stick around and guard the place. Might as well be me. You know, Bruce, you're alright. Besides, if I'm not here, who's gonna look out for the old girl? And you know what? Never mind.
Yeah, forget about it.
I really started liking Bruce's character after this.
Yeah, that was kind of cool of him right there.
Like, if this was him before, he would be like, "Oh, let me see Zelda! I love her!" When you see Zelda, tell her I said, "What's up?" How you doing?
One thing I'd like him to do is maybe upgrade the bombs to shoot like 3 at a time or something.
How do I make it bring me back to the past? I just touch it. Oh my gosh! I just touch it.
This is kind of trippy right here. You're just running midair too, just like, yeah! See, you're just midair.
Why would you have to run through? Why can't it just be like Austin Powers where you jump in it and it spins you around?
Or Twilight Princess, how it turns you to particles and then whoop!
Mm-hmm. The Temple of Hylia.
Huh. Oh, hey!
Impa?
Hey!
At last! I've been expecting you, Jeffrey. You are doubtless overwhelmed, so I will explain things as simply as I can. This is the Temple of Hylia, though it will come to be known as the Sealed Temple sometime in the future. You stand in the past, ages before your own time. Here the goddess Hylia has only just sealed away demise. And little time has passed since the goddess sent the outcropping of rock into the sky that would one day become Skyloft. It is true to its name. You have passed through the gate of time to an era in the distant past. You will have many questions, but for now you must proceed back through the great doors behind you.
The only sucky thing, you can't...
It is there that the person you've risked life and blood to defend waits for you.
Yeah, the only sucky thing is that it can't be like, other Zelda games where you can't, go to another world or another time.
I wanna go outside!
I want to be like, oh, Ocarina of Time!
Oh well. Were there any chests here? Or is it just this?
Well, there's
I know this thing, but oh well. Alright, let's go.
For later time.
Heavenly Glow!
And here is now probably the best version of Zelda's Lullaby.
You've come so far, Jeffrey. I'm glad you made it. Oh! I imagine Impa filled you in on everything. We've traveled very far from home, to the distant past. In this era, the wounds inflicted on the land during the battle between the goddess and the demon king known as Demise have not yet healed. All the fairy tales about that war we heard growing up in Skyloft, incredible as it may seem, they appear to be all too real. I think it's time you learn the whole story. Let me try to explain. The old gods created a supreme power that gave anyone who possessed it the ability to shape reality and fulfill any desire. They called it the Triforce. In his thirst to make the world his own, Demise readied a massive army of monsters for war. He sought to take the Triforce for himself by force. The goddess feared for her people. She used her power to send both them and the Triforce into the sky on a slice of earth she cut away from the land. This floating rock became the new home of our people. In time, it came to be known as Skyloft. After a long and fierce battle, the goddess Hylia succeeded in sealing away Demise. However, soon after the Demon King was imprisoned, it became clear that the seal would not hold long against his fearsome power. Hylia had suffered grave injuries in her battle with the Demon King. She knew that if he broke free again, there would be no stopping him. And if the Demon King were to free himself, it would mean the end of the world for all beings of this land. In order to put an end to the Demon King, Hylia devised 2 separate plans and set them both into motion. Link's just all like,
look at that face of awe. That face of awe.
I'm so lost. First, she created Fi. She made the spirit that resides in your sword to serve a single purpose, to assist her chosen hero on his mission. Her second plan was to abandon her divine form and transfer her soul into the body of a mortal.
Why would he do that?
She made this sacrifice, as you have likely guessed, so that the supreme power created by the old gods could one day be used. For while the supreme power of the Triforce was created by gods, all of its power can never be wielded by one. So that's why. Because if Hylia wants to use the power, she needs to become human. Knowing this power was her last and only hope, the goddess gave up her divine powers in her immortal form. You've probably figured it out by now, haven't you, Jeffrey?
No, I'm totally lost right now.
And I, Zelda, am the goddess reborn as a...
They made me around here, I was a bit like, ooh, crap.
The day of the ceremony, Girahim's tornado tossed me out of the sky and down to the world below. I was nearly captured by the demonic forces, but I was rescued at the last moment by the old woman who lives at the sealed grounds. I had no memory at all of my existence as Hylia, but she explained it to me. She helped me to remember who I was, and what I had to do. I set out to pray at the goddess statues located in each temple across the land. Each statue stirred up memories within me. After I visited them all, Impa, an agent of the goddess, led me here, to the past. All of this is part of the same great effort to prevent the revival of demise. Stripped of his true physical form by the seal that binds him, he takes the shape of an abomination. Guess what that is? Imprisoned. But even in his hideous state, he's more than capable of devouring this land if we allow him to do what he desires. We must stop him from freeing himself from the seal that imprisons him, at any cost. That is why I intend to stay here, and this time and place, to sustain the seal as best I can. As long as I continue this vigil, we may be able to prevent the Demon King from fully reviving himself in our own time.
Huh?
I must maintain the seal that I created so long ago and keep it strong for as long as I am able. With memories of my former life returning to me, I can see now that this is my purpose.
Huh?
Jeffrey, the goddess created Fi, and the great blade she's a part of for very specific reasons. For the task of standing against demise in the monstrous form he now assumes rests solely on your shoulders. Back in our own time, you've already driven him back into the prison twice now. I can't thank you enough for that, Jeffrey. How do you know that?
Maybe...
Link's face! During your own long journey, you've grown so much. You became a man. You learned wisdom from solving devious puzzles and traps. You gained power by honing and tempering both yourself and your sword. And by overcoming the trials set before you by the goddess, you found true courage. Link's like,
He's like,
Now that those qualities reside in you, you are worthy wielding the power that the old gods left behind for our kind. You can claim the Triforce.
Da, 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 da.
I swear fealty to you, lady. Valiant hero, you have endured many hardships and journeyed far in your quest to reach this place. Along your travels, you have found wisdom, power, and courage, and for this, I shall bless your sword with the goddess's power. May it give you and your sword the strength to drive back the abomination that threatens this land. The mark you see upon the back of your hand is proof that you are the hero of legend, and that within you dwells sacred power. It is the mark of the Triforce. Stand now, Jeffrey. Draw your sword. You are now knighted, Sir Jeffrey!
Oh yeah!
That's so awesome.
Epic.
The goddess has blessed your blade, and the Master Sword has at last achieved its ultimate form. The sword is now imbued with the mythical power to drive back demons, and only Jeffrey may wield it.
Ha!
Jeffrey, before I say another word, I feel like I owe you an apology.
Huh?
You see, the mark of the Triforce on your hand is a symbol of the greatest power in this world. If you can obtain the actual Triforce, we will have the power to vanquish demise once and for all. The problem is, among the countless souls in this world, only a select few, those with an unbreakable spirit, can wield its might. It's impossible to know the true reason why the old gods created the Triforce, but I have a theory of my own. The gods created the Triforce, yet they specifically designed it so that their own kind could never use its power. Somehow, I think that they have been... that may have been their way of giving hope to all mortal beings of the land. Which brings us back to you. To face demise and give the land hope, the goddess Hylia needed someone with an unbreakable spirit. That someone is you, Jeffrey. But spirit alone wasn't enough. You had to overcome many trials and awaken the hero within yourself, so that you could wield that supreme power. And so I knew that if it meant saving Zelda, you would throw yourself headfirst into any danger without even a moment's doubt. I used you. I put myself in nature on purpose so you can awaken yourself as the true hero.
That face.
He's like, you bitch! I can't begin to tell you how sorry I am for pulling you into all of this, Jeffrey. But you have to understand this is a war. And the fate of the land hangs in the balance. I need your strength and your love. To tip the scales in our favor. You used my feelings for you? If I was Link, I'd be heartbroken. I'd be like, no! All that may be well-intentioned and true, but it doesn't mean it's right, and it doesn't excuse my actions. But I'm prepared to pay the price for what I've done. To ensure that the seal holds, I'll remain here in this time, deep in sleep for 1,000 years. Or thousands of years. I'm crying. Don't cry! Jeffrey, I can't say it enough. I'm so sorry for the way I had to involve you in this. But until my memory of things before our lifetime returned to me, I had no idea we were fated to carry such a heavy destiny.
But technically that was your past self that did that to Link, so... Your current self, you'd say, man, I was such a jerk back then.
Right? Before all this, I was happy just spending my days hanging around viewing Skyloft. I wanted that feeling to last forever. No! I know what you're doing! Don't do this! No! I spent so long trying to find you, and now you're going away again. What's wrong? Well, it's true that I'm highly reborn. I'm still my father's daughter, and your friend. I'm still your Zelda.
You leave that forever, you just forever smack the
When Demise is finally gone, there will be no more need for the seal that binds him, and then I'll be able to wake up. So I'm going to ask you a favor, sleepyhead. Ever since we were kids, I'd always been the one to wake you up when you slept in. But this time, when all this is over, will you come to wake me up? I promise. I will, of course.
I think it chose the same thing.
I'll come back to you. I promise. I know you will. When you walk away, you don't hear me say, please, my baby.
Hey,
no, don't go.
Yeah. Hey, one question I'm thinking is that if
look at Link's face.
Is this technically the first Link right here? Or, like, the earliest Link?
No, isn't this the second Link? Because the first Link was in the comic book.
Yeah, I'm saying for this, if he's a righty, how come most of his descendants are lefties?
Because they're all special.
In Avatar, it was only one descendant that was one of his previous lives that was a lefty.
Well, not one. Did you know in one of your past lives you were a lefty?
Yeah.
One of, so it could have been 1,000, because he's had a lot of past lives.
Yeah. And yet it's still mostly no times.
Alright. Well, that's been about 20 minutes for a cutscene.
Yeah.
So
that's like Metal Gear Solid links right there.
I think that's our episode. So next time on Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, we're going to go ahead and talk to Impa and see what we're supposed to do next. Okay, see you guys later.
Bye.